you mentioned that you quit the professional career of a tennis player, and you also had posted recently about the journey of entrepreneur, like many setbacks, many toughest moments, and you might get questioned yourself, like this vision would ever work or not? Should I quit? Should I not quit? Or is this like it might be challenging to take these decisions? And linking this with the tennis player moment of quitting the tennis player career, but you have been very resilient with your vision of retail media. So my question is, wow, there is the moment of quitting and there is the moment of keep going. What do you feel? What did you felt actually? What do you felt to keep going on your vision of retail media? We can talk about your vision about retail media, but what you're feeling about? I should keep doing this.
Yeah, I can. Let's get a little bit into what we actually do and what the actual vision was. So when I took a look at retail media in 2016, it was clear this was a model where incumbents had built some basic ad serving. They ran sales and had demand connected to their platform. And retailers who used those platforms were highly dependent on a product that had flaws when it comes to how do you basically show sponsored products in a way that isn't detrimental to the user experience on site. And yet, this business, I mean, those companies made a huge margin, and it was hard for retailers to move away from that. So now what we believed the world should look like was, it makes no sense that we today have a separation and say, this is for sponsored products and this is for organic products. Like, who says that this is how the world should be? Like, users don't care. And we build websites for users. Users want to find products. Now we have engines that are super smart with like deep AI that deliver the organic experience. And then we say, but we carve out a part of the website, and then we have a basic algorithm to put ads in that people don't want to see. So on the one hand, you make money through selling advertising, but ultimately you want to sell products. And if products are not relevant, you don't get the click, you don't make money, but you also don't sell the product. Hence, we said this needs to merge, and products that show up in the organic ranking, but have a bid, so it means the retailer makes more money, they simply deserve to rank a little bit higher. But the website isn't divided into paid and organic. It's a competition where organic products that have one revenue stream, you make a margin if you sell a product. You have other products that have two revenue streams. You sell those products, but you also get CPC money in. So those products all compete in one auction. This was the first hypothesis, what the world should look like. And the second one was, well, we said it doesn't really make sense to only run this through a single company. There should be a competition like within the Google ecosystem, Amazon ecosystem, Meta ecosystem. How does that work? And I mean, you've worked for Kenshu, right, in the early days. And they were plugged into the Google API, later into the Meta API. But there were many other tools like Kenshu, and there was a very fierce competition at some point among those who were plugged into the APIs and showing ads. Hence, the margins came down and Google took all the margin. So retailers today, they work with a single company. So there is no competition for those who run a front end. Hence, you pay a high price. And we just said, we've seen this in programmatic display, how it should work. It makes no sense how those websites are being rendered. And it's obvious that this is just the old way of thinking, but something that is fundamentally wrong versus something that is clearly, when you intellectually think through it, right. It's obvious that the right thing will make it at some point. And here's the difficulty. It took more than 8 years for the market to change, but it could have changed 8 years ago, and it could be it takes 15 years. So you never know what the timing is, and we were a little bit lucky that we had the perseverance, endurance to wait until what had to happen actually happened, and that's why we're riding this wave now.